Good evening. How are you feeling tonight? I'm feeling very tired. I am still plunging away at work, although I had a much better day today than yesterday. Even though I was just as busy and things went crazy, I got a lot done. And I feel like everyone at work sees me working. I think part of me was worried that because I wasn't getting a lot of stuff done and falling behind, people were judging me for not getting stuff done. Excuse me. But I feel like the last couple days, people notice. People notice that I'm getting a lot done as quickly as I can. And people tell me, don't worry about it, you're doing fine. So that's been somewhat reassuring. But that's neither here nor there, because today we have a question. And the question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how weird are you? This is a very interesting question because I know for a long time, the older I got, the weirder I thought I was. Like when I was a kid, I thought I was a really weird kid. You know, I looked around the other kids that I could see. None of them looked like me. None of them talked like me. None of them really acted like me. Even my friends, and I had friends as a kid, but not that many. Even the friends I had, we liked each other. We spent time together, but they weren't like me at all. They seemed very different than I was. So I thought I was just a very, very weird kid. And as I got older, that feeling got worse and worse and worse and more intense. And I was just convinced that I was uniquely sad, uniquely strange. No one was going to understand me. And I suspect someone out there is already saying that sounds familiar, because guess what? That's depression, okay? I mean, it's not only depression, but one of the lies your brain tells you when you're depressed is that somehow there's something wrong with you and only you can see it and no one else gets it. No one else gets you. You're so alone. You're alone in your sadness. You're alone in your uniqueness. And it's not really true, I think. I think most of us, we're not as strange as we think we are. We have much more in common with each other than we think we are. I mean, of course, I have some weird tics. I have some weird quirks. I certainly didn't see a lot of, like I said, I didn't grow up around a lot of other people who had a body like mine, who talked a little higher, like my voice a little higher than other men that were my age. Like it didn't, obviously my weight problems. Like there were lots of little things that made me stand out among my peers, but strange? There really wasn't anything strange about me, I grew up in a nuclear family, I wasn't, again, this goes back to the stuff about how lucky I was. Like there was just, we had a house. Things were very, very stable. Even when my parents split up, like, honestly, almost all the kids I knew, their parents split up. It was probably more normal that my parents were divorced than that they weren't divorced, And now at this point in my age, like, obviously, again, I've got some weird stuff. I live in a country very far away from where I was born. I have this sort of international family. I work at a very unusual job, but you know what? There's like 3 dozen other teachers who are just like me at school. We all have different, perspectives, but we're all in the same boat. We're all living in Japan, trying to get by while doing this weird job. Don't believe it, okay? The answer is -13, okay? I'm not strange at all, okay? I have some interesting qualities. I have some unique qualities. No one is quite the same as me, but that's the thing. Nobody's quite the same as everybody else, but we all have more in common with each other than we like to believe. And more often than not, when your brain is telling you, "Oh, you're so strange, you're so weird," it's lying to you. Okay? I know when I was at my lowest points, late teens, when I was at my absolute lowest, I was miserable, and honestly, I contemplated like ending it all. Part of that is my brain telling me, it's like, you're so weird, no one will accept you, no one will even miss you, okay? It's a lie. It's a lie. lie. It's a lie. If anyone out there has your brain telling you that, it's a lie. Don't believe it, okay? I can't stress that enough. You're not as strange as you think you are. You're definitely not as hopeless as you think you are. All right? It took me a long time to come to terms with that. Even when I was in college, you know, as an undergraduate student and pushing 30, I was like, boy, everyone else in my class is like 21. You know what? All those people were cool. We were able to hang out. We talked all the time. Some of them I'm still friends with, okay? Now they're in their 30s. I'm in my 40s. Big deal. Doesn't matter, okay? We're not as strange as we think we are. We're all very much alike. And I'm very much unstrange. Anyway, good night, everybody. I love you.